Sir, this is a private event. You can't just loiter here. Darius paused, standing just beyond the velvet rope. He wasn't lost. He wasn't confused. He was early. But the young white waitress didn't care. She looked him over, brown sweater vest, canvas briefcase, scuffed shoes, and saw only what she wanted to see. "No guests without invitation. Step aside," she said, loud enough for others to hear. Darius gently replied, "I do have an invitation. My name is on the list." She scoffed. "What's your name again?" He opened his briefcase, hands steady, but his voice was thinner now. "Dr. Darius Holloway." She blinked, then smirked. "Professor? Sure you're not here to clean up after the real guests." But what she didn't know, he was tonight's keynote speaker. Inside the grand ballroom of the Atlanta Civic Forum, guests mingled under chandeliers, unaware that the man they just humiliated stood outside. Darius remained at the door, frozen. A flash of memory came, his first protest at 17, beaten for holding a sign. That old wound burned behind his calm gaze. A woman nearby whispered, "He looks homeless." Still, he didn't react. Instead, he stepped forward again. "I'm supposed to be seated at table 3, he said softly. The manager, a man in a sleek gray suit, intercepted. "Sir, you're disturbing the flow. Please exit the property." Darius turned to leave, until a deep voice echoed from across the room. "Darius Holloway?" the mayor called out, standing. "We've been waiting for you." And in that moment, everything changed. The crowd fell silent. Every eye followed the mayor's gaze. The waitress's face drained of color. Darius walked in slowly, not triumphant, just present, calm. Mayor Caldwell clasped his hand. "Thank you for coming. Tonight's message couldn't come from anyone better." The manager stammered, "Wait, he's the speaker?" The mayor nodded, loudly enough. "He's more than that. Dr. Holloway's work paved the way for half the people in this room." Applause began, not polite, but stunned. The waitress backed into a corner. Darius turned toward the mic, but just as he began, the mic cut out. Someone had unplugged it. Whispers spread. Without missing a beat, he stepped down and raised his voice. "I've spoken on louder streets. I'll speak here, with or without a mic." And he did. He spoke of silent wounds, of marches and arrests, of voices dismissed because of what they wore or how they looked. Guests leaned in. Even those who first mocked him now sat frozen. But the real moment came when he pointed to table 6. That table, right there. 20 years ago, my mentor was denied service here. Tonight, I'm speaking on this stage, not in anger, but in honor. A hush fell. The manager sank into his chair. The waitress slowly slid off her apron. Outside the windows, cameras flashed. Someone had streamed everything. As Darius concluded, he didn't gloat. Instead, he bowed slightly and whispered, "For those still unseen, we carry you." And that single line carried more weight than any microphone. Darius didn't stay for dessert. He left quietly, as always. But behind him, conversations had changed. The Gala sponsors met in a huddle. By morning, the restaurant had suspended the staff involved. But Darius never called them out by name. He gave his fee to a scholarship fund. He never tweeted, never demanded. He didn't need to. Because presence, once fully seen, speaks louder than any performance. One child who watched the video later wrote, "I want to be like him, strong without yelling." And somewhere across town, the waitress sat in silence, watching the viral footage. Her reflection whispered back, "He was the only one who didn't try to shame me." Some voices don't shout. They just remain. Thanks for watching this video. Darius Holloway showed us that true power isn't loud. It's steady, present, and undeniable. Even in silence, dignity commands attention. We are not defined by how others see us, but by how we carry ourselves when no one believes we belong. If this story moved you, subscribe for more powerful moments like this. Leave a comment.
Have you ever been misjudged based on appearance? Let's make sure stories like Darius's are never ignored again.